right from almost from the very beginning, right after the prologue of the game. You are free to go wherever you want. So there are several chapters in the game, but there are no particular order in how you should approach those chapters.
Congratulations, you got the spell. Or should I say you stole it?
Being nice doesn't get things done fast enough.
All right, I get it.
Gaming Morning Show continues. Thank you for being here. It is the Monday edition of the show, and we are thankful to have Philip on, the creators of Whateverland, which was our GMS name of the month for the month of September. Our Patreon subscriber, Quiet Am Gaming, was the one who won it. We welcome in Philip to the show. Good morning, Philip. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you.
This is exciting, a chance to talk to you about Whateverland. It's a game that Sean and I are going to try to play at some point, whether it's on Gaming Morning Show or something else related to GMS. I guess let's start with the storyline of this game. Kind of where'd you find the story for this game?
Well, I'm not quite sure. It just came to us. The story of Whateverland is about Vincent. He's a thief who's trying to steal some fancy necklace from an old woman, and this old woman happened to be a witch. So she sent him to Whateverland, and that's the game.
Nice, and the game has some non-linear elements to it that can lead to different outcomes. How did you guys come about that, and tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, so our first game, which was called The Great Perhaps, was a very linear adventure. And when we released that, we thought to ourselves that linear adventures doesn't work well in the age of streaming and YouTube videos and stuff. So we decided that we would like to make something very non-linear with a big variety option for the player, so that each of the players could have their own little adventure in this weird world.
And so how does that kind of, manifests itself in terms of, my brain went to things like, I don't know if you remember choose your own adventure books, right? You'd choose a scenario and it's like, go to page 52. And so then you would go to page 52 or whatever. Is it similar to that mentality?
In a way, yeah. So our non-linear thing works this way. So at first, you have this opportunity to play either as a thief and steal and deceive from people, or you can play as a good person and help people around and get the thing you need by helping others. And also, we have a very wide branching dialogue system, so you are actually able to speak differently with different characters. You can establish different relationship with the same characters that you meet. And also, the one more thing about that is that almost from the very beginning, right after the prologue of the game, you are free to go wherever you want. So there are several chapters in the game, but there are no particular order in how you should approach those chapters. So you are totally free to choose your chapter, and even more than that, right in the middle of the chapter, if you feel stuck or bored, you can also switch to another chapter almost at any time in the game. So we gave to players a huge opportunity to be free in order to choose where will you go and what will you do.
I want to ask about the difficulties of launching a game, because the reason you're with us today is we picked it based on just the name alone. We liked Whateverland as a name, and it's during the time when it's coming out, right? And thanks to Kayla for posting links to Steam. What do you find is some of the most challenging aspects when it comes to launching a game, whether it was Whateverland or any other game you've been involved with?
Well, it is always difficult to let people know that your game even exists. So yeah, and there are a lot of different approaches and ways on how to do that. And I'm not quite sure if we did a good job on some of them, but still, if I'm here, it kind of worked in a way.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time. We're excited that we had a chance to give it out. We will also include it with our bigger Name of the Month collection that'll come out sometime closer to January to the general audience. But Philip, thank you so much for taking the time to introduce us to Whateverland, and we appreciate you coming on Gaming Morning Show today.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.